Hello, beautiful people in YouTube land. Hello, hello, my soul tribe. Welcome to anyone who's new. My name is Kelly. Welcome to Deep Soul Tarot. And of course, welcome back to anyone who's returning. Love you, my soul tribe. So today, we're going to take a look at our week ahead, our next 7 days. Happy whatever day you're watching this. It's 7 days from today. I am basing this reading here on the 15th, June 15th through the 21st of 2025. But these are timeless reads, so if you come across this at some other time besides within that week, whenever, no problem. If you click on it and watch it, most likely there's a message in there for you. And they are general reads, so it may not resonate, or all of it may not resonate for you. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? All right, let's give it one more shuffle here. And of course, my air conditioning decides to go on. You know, I don't know what it looks like on your side. I mean, it's bright on the table, but I don't know how this is videoing. But, concentrate on my thing here. But I hope it's not too dark. I don't have my microphone. Everything is discombobulated right now where I'm living. I don't have it. Everything's in storage, and long story. Long, sad, horrible story. Let's just get into the reading. All right, let's see. So, for the I did a monthly reading. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll try to put a card up in here, and maybe you can check it out later. It's all about balance. This month, June 2025, or this month, whatever you're watching, is about balance. And the past weekly reading was about some sort of major change in our lives. So now we have the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck, with the Page of Coins underneath and the Temperance card. Now there's more underneath that, of course, but we will start with the King of Cups. So the King of Cups here is, for the collective, is showing a lot of us have gained an emotional maturity about things or something in particular. And we are in a position now to make a good choice for ourselves moving forward. Maybe throughout this week, maybe beyond that. You know, energy is fluid, and so these can flow forward. It doesn't have to just be within the 7 days. Things, like I said, energy is timeless, and it goes forward. So, so I'm here with this Page of Coins. This may be something we've just learned about ourselves. A message that, I hope I'm not jiggling the table, I'm sorry. I'll try not to move too much, because it jiggles the camera. You're willing to learn how to move forward in a more mature manner. If you haven't already, you're willing to put in that effort to learn. And it's a message of stability. So some of you may be in a more stable place now after making some sort of decision to, let's do the Temperance as well, to how you're handling the situation you may be in. Now, the Temperance card is all about patience. It's about taking one thing and transforming it into something better. So it's like being the ultimate alchemist in your life. Being the ultimate alchemist in your life. So that may be, we'll see what this says, but that may be what the focus is right here. We're going to get a theme and then your focus for the week. But I hear being an ultimate alchemist in your life, that whatever happens throughout the week and moving forward, you look at it in an emotionally mature way, that you're going to, even if it's a bad thing, you're going to look and say, okay, this is happening for a reason. Let's step back and think about this and see how this is actually helping me. Because many times the universe brings us things to actually help us on a path, we just don't realize it. So let's see what our theme is. Three of Swords. Now, not the best card, of course not. But what the Three of Swords is saying, that you're making some sort of decision, or have made some sort of decision, that could be traumatizing for you. Having a hard time speaking again. Had the same problem in the last video. I don't know what the deal is. I think maybe it's I'm very tired. It could be that. I'm doing too much and not enough time, not enough sleep and not enough time. Anyways, Three of Swords. you've come to the realization that you have to make some sort of decision, right? Maybe you didn't want to make this decision, and it's very difficult. And this is hurting you in a way. So a part of you, you don't want to think about it. You don't really want to think about having to do this, but you've come to the realization, and now you're going through that period where the collective's going through the period where we're dealing with some sort of mental anguish. Really, is what we're thinking about. But it feels like someone just stabbed you right in the heart. Like, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to make light of that, but it's like, in your mind, I'm not going to really die, but it feels like it. It could be so traumatic, such a hard decision. Okay? So let's see, as a collective, what we need to focus on for this month. The truth. Perfect. This is actually perfect, because the 3 to the Ace of Swords is the 2 of Swords. There's that difficult decision. And if you're familiar with the 2 of Swords, and maybe it'll show up, the picture is of someone with their eyes, they're blindfolded, which means they've had to make some sort of decision that is based solely on their thoughts and their internal soul. The outside influences are not affecting this to making this decision. You know what I mean? It's like, so the Ace of Swords is saying, for us as a collective, this upcoming week, which is actually a good energy, even though it's swords, is seeing the truth. You're getting much more clarity in something, as hard as it is and as difficult as it may be. And again, making this decision may not be something you really wanted to have to do, but you realize now that this is something that I have to do. So for us in the next week, it may not be the easiest, but seeing the truth in its, purest form isn't always easy for us as individuals, we've all done that. We've all been through that. So let's see what we have here. We have Ace of Cups. This is great. We have a new beginning here with our thoughts and in our soul and our emotions. So it's all about filling our own cup, right? And so there may be things that happen this week that maybe you've made this decision and it's not the easiest. Sorry, I'm a little OCD with that. It may not be the easiest, but we have to focus on, say, you know what? I know this is happening, but focus on the good things that you have. Focus on the good things that are happening in your life. I'm doing this because I'm doing A because and I'm doing B because I want C. This is what has to be done for my higher self. So I see the Ace of Cups as feeling your own personal cup, which is your higher self. This is a whole new beginning. Now again, I said the last week was about change. Check it out if you haven't seen it. The weekly read, and I did daily reads. It's called The Daily Dish. And there's a week of messages starting from Monday through Friday. Friday was Friday the 13th. So I did a Friday the 13th video. Obviously I don't always do that. But there's a kind of a theme for each day. But check those out. That'll give you more information. And I'll put, maybe cards up there too. Anyways, I have a playlist. So if you want to check just the Daily Dish and just watch them in succession, you can watch it on a playlist. So you may be having a hard time. This is kind of like a challenge we may have for the week. You may be having a hard time. Maybe you feel a bit selfish. And you're thinking, well, excuse me, I have some iced chai that I made. I love chai. I've already had my coffee. It may be difficult for you to do that. Maybe you're a people pleaser, or I don't mean that in a bad way, but you like to make other people happy at the expense sometimes of yourself, which is a nice thing. But sometimes there are times in life where we just need to focus on ourselves. And I think this week, don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to make changes that may not line up with other people. That's their thing to deal with, not yours. This is about you now, okay, collective? All right. So what can we do? 7 of Swords. Deception. How are we, or have we deceived ourselves? How have we... It's like, what is the saying? Stealing from Peter to pay Paul, which is a religious thing, but whatever. I'm not getting into the religion. But basically, it's taking... Because if you are a person who likes to someone calls you at a moment's notice, you're there. Even if you're tired, even if you don't feel well, you're going to get up. And that's, again, a beautiful thing. I'm all for that. But sometimes you are depleting yourself of your own energy. So, there are people in the world who are energy vampires. And if you are depleted, you're not going to be able to help others the way you would like to. Does that make sense? And so the Seven of Swords here to me is, the action is, be aware of how you may be deceiving yourself, or maybe other people are deceiving you. Maybe they're pretending to be, I can't do this, or I can't do that, just because they don't want to do it and they know you will. You know what I mean? I don't know where that came from, because, there's some things here that might suggest that, but, alright. So, moving forward in the near future, whether it be in the next couple days, whether it be next week, the Page of Staffs. Okay, now I did a pre-shuffle before this, and the Page of Staffs came up. And for the life of me, I can't remember the main card that came out. I think it might have been Temperance, but I'm not sure. The Page of Staffs is an energy of a vibrant, it's a young energy. It's almost like you've never focused on yourself, maybe, or this energy of, this week's going to be about what I think and how I feel, and be paying attention to that. The King of Cups is saying, be aware of your emotions, but don't let them totally overtake, and influence your decisions. See the truth for what it is. Be in touch with your emotions. Maybe spend some personal time alone. And the Page of Staffs is saying, this is a message of, it could be some communication, too. Because the Ace of Swords here, maybe you want to communicate with somebody, or they're going to communicate with you. And that's going to bring something to light. You're going to see the truth. And it's going to make you feel a certain way, And maybe it's going to make you feel good, filling your own cup. But the Page of Staffs is all about energy, looking forward to the next adventure. You're ready for that. Okay, collective. So that's moving forward. So once you start dealing with some of this stuff, the 7 to the 3 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. Maybe take just a short time out, just to kind of regroup, recharge, and then think about how you want to proceed. And the Page of Staffs is going, I want to do A, B, and C. So let me think. Which one am I going to do first? How can I do this? They're raring to go, correct? Yes, we're raring to go. Okay, now these are just kind of advice cards over here. And I have these, so I have 7 cards here. So this is kind of the main part of the week. This may be going towards the weekend, maybe. Advice cards moving forward, and that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be, but this is just, there's that 3 of Cups. That was in yesterday's reading. And the Justice card. So everything's going to work out if you're brutally honest with yourself. And maybe you know what I'm hearing? Peeps. I'm hearing that the Justice card is all about the truth. But because you aren't feeling like you have to accommodate people all the time, maybe your friends even, you don't mind doing it for them, but sometimes it's just an inappropriate time, or you just don't have enough time, you're almost more present. You're more yourself. You're celebrating the fact that I can be more myself with my friends. And I can say no once in a while. And if anybody seems to get a little bent out of shape, maybe they're not really my friend. All right, let's get some clarification on these, shall we? I can't see the time. I think we're doing all right. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love having you all here. Whoever is watching, even if there's just like 3 or 5 of you, love you. And if you're not part of the tribe, do subscribe. Remember to subscribe, join the tribe. I would love to have you. And then you will hit that bell icon, but you can be notified when I drop videos. You can pick and choose what you want to watch. I won't be offended. Promise. Alright. And comment down below. I love hearing from you all. I really do. Even if it's just to say hello. Alright, and if you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up on the video, and even down in the comments, just give me a thumbs up and say, yes, I like the weekly readings. Okay, so I know what you guys like, and I'll put those out. I am going to be doing some Zodiac readings, personal Zodiac for the month, for the next 30 days. And what was the other one? Oh, I am in a twin flame kind of situation, and the person is in a different state, and he's since gotten married. But I had dreams about this person, and I'm feeling some energies. I may do some twin flame readings, particularly the divine masculine. But anyways, moving on from that. So the Three of Swords here, Four of Cups. Yeah, something is making you feel you're not feeling so good about this decision. You know it's something that you have to do, collective. You know it is, but it's just like I just don't feel good about this. It's just not what I want to have to do, but I know I do. Here's your Three Cups here, and your Three Cups over here, your friends. I know maybe it's one friend. Maybe it's one person that you just, maybe they've been dishonest with you. They betrayed your trust. It doesn't have to be that. Again, this is a general reading. But what I'm hearing with this Three of Swords and the Four of Cups, this Four of Cups is saying, again, with that as I was saying about the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords, I was doing it from, I don't know from what. I think Three of Swords to the Seven of Swords is the Four of Swords, which is taking a time out. And the fours are about growth, but I'm thinking that with the Four of Swords here and the Four of Cups here, there's an implication that the collective needs to take a mini time out to just deal with their thoughts and their feelings. That's what I'm hearing. There's just some situation that you've had to make a decision, and it's not something you wanted to do, but you knew you had to do, and it's hurt you in the heart to have to even do it. Maybe you're breaking up with somebody, that kind of thing. Could be a relationship. Ace of Swords. So this is our focus, is the Six of Coins. So the truth is, now maybe there's a situation where wasn't give and take. The Six of Coins is all about give and take. And again, this could be about, it doesn't have to be, but it could be about a relationship where you've gotten clarity now. And a relationship can be with a partner, a love thing, or it can be with a family member, it can be a friend. You know your situation. So if that energy triggers you or hits you, and you go, yeah, you know your situation and who I'm talking about. I see the Six of Coins is about balance. So I see the Six of Coins in my, I see give and take, but I also see, hold on just a second, pay it forward. Pay it forward. I don't know why that's coming to me. Pay it forward. Do something to help someone else. Maybe somebody needs your assistance, and you want to help them, or maybe they want to help you. There's some sort of pay it forward. I'm hearing pay it forward, and I don't know what that's meaning. You're seeing the situation now for what it is. And maybe it's not this particular person or this thing, but there's something in your life that you need to engage in. So be kind to somebody. Help somebody out. And it's going to come back to you. It will come back to you. So that's the give and take. I take that as it resonates. I realize that's what I'm hearing, and I don't know where that's coming from. Now let's see this Ace of Cups. Oh my God, people. Ace of Coins. You've got new beginnings all over the place here. Hold on, give me a second. Ace of Swords, Ace of Coins, and Ace of Cups. I mean, this situation, this coming week, collective, it's all about the truth. It's all about beginnings and the truth, and seeing things for what it is, filling your own cup. And there's an opportunity coming so you can fill your own cup with this clarity. These are all new beginnings. Something that you're leaving behind, or this decision is leading to a new beginning. An absolute new beginning. Let me see the Seven of Swords. We're getting, pay it forward. I'm still thinking about that. The Hermit. You need to do some soul searching, collective. This is really about you, your higher self, and soul searching. There's something going on in our lives, in the collective. So again, it may not resonate for all of you, but there's a new beginning looming. Has something to do with pay it forward. I wish I could do more. I wish I had more cards here. I don't have my cards with me. I'm using this deck, which actually turned out to be pretty good. It's Miss Cleo's deck. You want to see? It's Miss Cleo's deck. Let me tell you, this thing is cheap, but I actually like it. I do. It's on Amazon. And that is not a... What is the word I tried to think of the other day? That is not a... I'm not... Oh, my God. I can't think of it again. We'll get to it. Maybe it'll come to me. Do some soul searching. The Page of Staffs is the Five of Cups. Okay. There's been some sort of... there's been some sort of disappointment in something or someone. And it's hit you hard. You got the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So you've had to make some sort of decision, and you regret having to do it. It's really hurt you, but you know, and again, it could be a love situation because you got the cups. There's two here. This could have been, maybe there was a third-party situation. I don't know with the Three of Swords. Sometimes that's what can happen with the Three of Swords showing up. These aren't actually, this isn't a love reading, but the Five of Cups is telling me that you have learned a valuable lesson from this. And from now on, you're going to think about what you do before it may. So maybe you jumped into something too soon and didn't pay attention to the red flags or details, because the Page of Staffs is it's a young and a youthful energy, but the Page of Staffs, well, maybe they jumped, the Page of Staffs, wait a minute, I'm thinking Page of Pentacles. The Page of Staffs, maybe you jumped into something because you were so eager that it didn't turn out the way you wanted. Let's get to this Three of Cups and the Justice card. We'll do the Three of Cups to the Six of Cups. Absolutely. Now, this could be your past. You're leaving the past behind you, and you're celebrating that now. Leave that past behind you. You're just walking away from it. I've learned from this. I see you. Maybe we had some good times, but it could be a friend's circle. Let me do this, for Pete's sakes. And the Justice card, the Nine of Cups. See, okay, you're going to the 6 to the 9, which is the Three of Cups. You are shaving your soul tribe. Your circle is smaller. Your circle has become smaller. Or you've done something in your life that is, you're balancing out your life, and it's a wish come true. It's a fulfillment card that it may not be completely complete yet, because you still have one more cup. But this decision you're going to see is going, because this is towards the end of the week or towards the end of 7 days here, going forward, it's going to balance out. You're going to leave the past in the past. You're going to celebrate that. Maybe with your close friends, family, whatever. I see the Three of Cups as friends. The Justice card here is the truth is going to set you free here, where you're going to be content on how things turn out. Let's put it that way. Okay? And then you got the Queen of Coins. Absolutely. You realize, you know your worth. The Queen of Coins, she is dedicated and devoted to those she loves. But if you cross her, man, she's not quite as bad as the Queen of Swords, but she is not going to be happy. And there is no turning back. You cannot betray this person. And I think this is your energy. There's some sort of betrayal here, or something that happened that has changed your whole perspective on things. There's a death here. It's the end of something. Because you're being reborn. It's a transformation. And the Ten of Swords, the hurt is over. Someone has stabbed you in the back too many times. One too many times. Oh my goodness. Okay, beautiful people. So this is about our emotional maturity and knowing our worth this week. But with these three aces, I am telling you that this is a brand new beginning here. All right? So let's look forward to this next week. Feeling our own cup, seeing the truth, seeing clarity in things. And the Ace of Coins is feeling more stable in the whole. It's a whole pack. You got the package deal here. The whole package deal with these three aces. I'm telling you. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't want to make this too long. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. New and returning. Oh, there I go, shaking the dang camera. I'm so sorry. The place I used to do it at didn't have a jiggly. It was a desk. All right. I'll explain my situation sometime. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope this was helpful for you. If it didn't all resonate, hopefully some of it resonated, give you a little guidance. Now, I'm telling you, I do daily reads. And they are Monday through Friday, and I release them in the afternoon. I'm on the Pacific Coast, so I'm going to say maybe, I don't know, 3 in the afternoon here in Pacific, so it's going to be 6 on the East Coast, sorry. But anyways, it's daily, and it's called The Daily Dish. It's not about food, it's about tarot. So check it out. Come check it out. And yeah, and I'm going to try to get some zodiac readings, so depending on what your sign is, maybe you can get more information. All right, well, do not forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. If you're new, please subscribe. Would love to have you. And don't forget to comment down below. Hit that bell icon button. And definitely hit that thumbs up, because that goes into the algorithm. If you comment and do the subscribing, all that good stuff, it sets us out into the algorithm, and other people can get this message. Maybe other people need it. So see, pay it forward. Pay it forward. See how I did that? Marketing, baby. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.